Hey guys, I just wanted to preface this video real quick by saying I appreciate all the subscribers. I mean, I know I'm just at 16, but those last few have really been, giving me some motivation to really want to create videos and really just want to, you know, come out here and just have a great time and, really just talk about basketball. So I appreciate the confidence. I know it's really just all kind of people that I know right now, but nonetheless, it gives me the confidence. So I appreciate every single one of you 16 people right now. And I just wanted to say that before we get started in the video. Thanks everybody. Y'all, I don't know what to do right now. Dude, okay. When I tell you that I was stressed, the most stressed I've been in this playoffs, those last like honestly it felt like an hour, but it was like 30 seconds in the game. Dude, I thought the Suns blew it. I thought the Suns blew it. Oh, but okay. Welcome back to Big Red Weekly, everybody. My name is Daniel, and let's get back to it. Suns, Clippers, game two. Suns won. Let's go. And you know what? Let's just get right into it. Honestly, hey, shout out DeAndre Ayton. Oh man, hit dunk to win the game. I don't know. I don't know what's better. That was the exact play that they needed to run, and that was the play that they ran. Yeah, I'm hyped right now, bro. I was literally staring at the. I did not take my eyes off that TV. Okay, let's take this seriously. Big shout out to DeAndre Ayton, though, man. He. I knew he was going to have a good game. I did not think he was going to have this kind of game. That first quarter, man. I mean, let's just preface this whole game. It was a chippy, physical game, and man, do I love the energy of the Suns team. I love it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think with the exception of Devin Booker, just because he didn't shoot the ball well. Okay, I guess Jay Crowder too. I don't think he shot the ball particularly that well either. Nope, he missed all three shots that he took, which, I mean, he is what he is. But he's, as long as he's playing great defense, he's not a liability on the court at all. Um, this Suns team is amazing. Their energy is unreal. Everybody, again, with the exception of Devin Booker and Jay Crowder, who shot the ball badly, I don't honestly think that anybody on the Suns team played a bad game overall. If you look, so that starting five, Book, Cam, Bridges, Aiden, Crowder, they did all right probably in that first like these 3 quarters of the first quarter. DeAndre Ayton went like 6 of 8, 6, 7 of 9, something like that in the first quarter. They just weren't guarding him. He was hitting that nice 16 footer. It was just wet. He was hitting it. Uh, and then those bench guys came in. Cam, Dario, and either each one more or Torrey Craig. I don't remember which one of those came out. I don't think all four of them came in those last few minutes of the first, but they kept the energy going. They played great. Honestly, this whole Suns team, man, Cam Johnson immediately he came into the game, and I noticed his energy immediately. He was going after those loose balls. He grabbed a couple offensive rebounds. He hit a couple big shots. He had 11 points overall in this game. He actually shot perfectly. I didn't even see that. He hit all 5 of his shots, 5 for 5 from the field. Only took 1 3. He hit it. So incredible, important minutes by Cam Johnson. And really, Dario Saric, Torrey Craig, each one more. Those guys came in. They did their role. They played solid minutes. And honestly, I'm telling you, this whole Suns team had a great game. I know the book still ended with 20, uh, but he had the right attitude. He kept going. He was playing good defense. It's okay. He's playing okay defense. Oh, we got a hiccup there. Excuse that, please. So this game was great. I honestly thought the Suns were going to blow it. The Clippers' defense was pretty decent. The Suns' offense was just better from majority of the game. Majority of the game. There were a couple times. There was one time, like end of the fourth quarter, not end of the fourth quarter, end of the second quarter, going into halftime. the Clippers around like the 2 minute mark, they played some great defense on the Suns. They forced the Suns into a lot of sloppy plays, a couple, 1 or 2 turnovers. So obviously the Clippers have that ability to rush the Suns, but Suns came back out. They were composed. They did great. Shout out to Cam Payne, man. He had a fantastic first half. I honestly thought he was going to go for 40. I really wish he did. He only ended up with 20. I mean, I say only ended up with 29, but that's his career high in any game. And of course, he had to do it game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. I love it. I'm sorry I haven't been looking at the camera that often. I've been looking at my camera. I mean, my laptop and my camera's up there. Apologize. Not doing my job that well. Okay. Honestly. Okay. Also, shout out because I haven't been giving the Clippers any love. Um, PG and Reggie, those are their only two really guys who can really create anything for themselves or for anybody else. Those two dudes just they weren't hitting today. Reggie Jackson ended up with 19 points. Paul George ended up with 26. I lost my train of thought. So Paul George ended with 26. Obviously, that's good stat wise. He had a stat line of 26, 6 and 6, and obviously you'd see that and be like, oh, he had a great game. But then you go ahead and look, he used 10 of 23, 1 of 8 from 3, and then in the top it all off, he missed those last 2 clutch free throws, which absolutely sealed the deal. That's honestly when I thought the game was over. I thought Paul George got fouled. They're up 1. All he has to do is, really he just has to make 1 to 2. I mean, obviously 1 to 2. But honestly, if he just makes 1, he puts a lot of pressure because then the Suns have to make something in order to tie the game. But missing both, oh, he left it wide open. I don't know. I don't know what you do with that kind of. I mean, obviously, Paul George is has having to been he had to assume more of the responsibility, obviously on the offensive end, since Kawhi's been gone, and Paul George has been great. So I honestly, with the exception of those 2 missed free throws, I was gonna excuse Paul George's game overall because he's had a great last 4 or 5 games, whatever it's been. So I didn't really want to put too much and be like, oh, Paul George had a terrible game. He needs to feel terrible because obviously you're you're allowed to have a bad game after you've had a bunch of good games in a row. You're allowed to be off 1. But honestly, missing those last 2 free throws, that sealed the deal. At that point, I was like, oh my goodness, the Suns are actually going to end up pulling this off because Luke Kennard came in again. I don't know if I said it earlier. I think I tried to, but shout out to Luke Kennard. That man is the only reason why the Clippers ended up being in this game. Luke Kennard came in about halfway through the fourth quarter. He made a bunch of key passes. He hit a bunch of, I shouldn't say a bunch, but he hit like 2 or 3 really key shots. One of the plays that I remember, Luke Kennard drove to the middle of the lane, and he did like some side wraparound pass to Zubac for the dunk, and it was a lot of great plays by him. And that's what kept the Clippers really close with the Suns. Patrick Beverley ended up hitting a few threes, which obviously, it is what it is. He started feeling himself. I can't stand it when he starts feeling himself. Okay, back to this. Well, really, I thought this game was really just going to be the Suns just having a better offense than the Clippers do defense, but that wasn't the case. I should also specify, I love the Suns defense too. Again, it was shaky at the end. I think the Suns lost it a little bit, which is obviously why because obviously with me being a Suns fan, why we need Chris Paul back, because then those little mess ups, those little times when Devin Booker's getting rushed, or you can't always rely on Cam Payne, even though he had a great game. He had a great game. Greatest game he's ever played in his life. But those are the little moments that you wish you had Chris Paul to lead the young Suns team and really be able to capitalize on those late game, crucial possessions. But honestly, hey, I love this. With the way that this series is going, honestly, I want to say Suns in 6, but I'm gonna be a little bold and go ahead and say Suns in 5. Changing my prediction, maybe. Okay. I think that's about it. The refs. Can we just get rid of refs? I'm really sick of it. I don't really mean that, but the refs were a little bad, and it was on both sides. I think there was a little bit more bad calls on the Sun side than there were the Clippers side, but that could just be me being a Suns fan, that my bias. I don't really know. Anybody who's not a Suns fan can kind of let me know who's got maybe an unbiased opinion, who's because I don't want somebody who's a Clippers fan to be telling me what their opinion is, because again, that would be a little biased. However, overall, the refs were bad. They should feel bad. I shouldn't put this game on the refs though, but I thought it was really gonna. I just should preface that I just didn't like the refs in this game, and I haven't really been liking them all season. But it is what it is. Suns came out with the dub. I'm happy. I'm going to bed happy. It's past midnight for me, so I need to get to bed because I got to get up in the morning for work. But I had to I had to make this video right now. I'm gonna end up putting it out in the morning. So obviously you know that because you'd be watching this right now and you're hearing me say that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more. Like, subscribe. I'm always looking for feedback. Leave that positive feedback. I don't really want none of that negative, but leave some constructive criticism. I will always take that. Still looking for new cameras. I think this camera's fine for right now. Let me know how you really think about it. I can kind of switch out the cameras. I got another one. I don't really want to use that one because I just think this one's a little bit more convenient, and I think it's fine overall. But let me know what y'all think. Yeah, subscribe for more. Be watching out. I'm trying to put out at least one video every day. And then I'm trying to save most of my video ideas in case I don't. In case, obviously once the playoffs end and everything, there's also going to be an entire off season where I'm going to have to be thinking of videos to put out. So let me know what you'd like to see, and share my videos with people who you think might enjoy the content and enjoy listening to some basketball talk. Other than that, appreciate everybody watching. Thanks, everybody.